Hi guys, how are you all tonight? I'm about to go off to bed. I have literally just read Detective Ted to my twins. Now I thought I would come on and do this little video. It's not obviously gonna do a haul. If you have little ones and they like bedtime stories, maybe you'd like to let them listen to this. So I'm all snuggled up in bed. I have my pajamas, I have my Detective Ted and my friend Snuzzle I've had since I was a baby. So I'm going to put him there, which my dad bought for me. So the book I'm going to read tonight is Detective Ted. And yes, you can get celebrities to read to you on CBeebies, but it was just an idea. I would like to try it out and see how it goes. So I'm going to read Detective Ted. I will try. I don't know if I can show you the illustrations inside as well as read it. Maybe you'll have to do it like this. So that is the start of, and it just says this book belongs to. Now this is the story of Detective Ted and the case of the missing cookies. So let's all get snuggled in bed with our pajamas and our favourite teddies, and let's get into the story. So it starts on this page here. I'm going to have to move it over. So it says, there was a mystery at Edward's house. At night time, someone was creeping about. They chewed on cookies and nibbled on books. They left holes in slippers and on Edward's old socks. They, they crumpled around in the dead of night, and everyone was tucked up tight. See, Edward's in bed already. Hang on, let me just turn the pages. I think I've missed one. There was nothing for it, Edward said. I'll have to be Detective Ted. I'll better hurry. There's not much time. I must follow the clues and solve the crime. He followed a trail of cookie crumbs that led along the floor, past the big potted plant and the blue bathroom door. Then Ted saw a shadow lurking in the hall. He moved across the carpets, past the clock, and along the wall. What do you think it is? What's going to happen? There, it wasn't a thief or a burglar at all. It was Sid the hamster creeping down the hall. Help me, please, Detective Teddy said. Burglars have stolen my food and all the straw in my bed. Poor hamster. Poor burglar. Then at the bottom of the stairs there was a rustling and a gurgling, followed by the pitter-patter noises. A long pink towel wiggled down here. Suddenly the kitchen door opened with a click. Come on, Detective Ted. We've got to catch him quick. See, they've gone in the kitchen. Who do you think it is? Let's have a see. Ted stood on a chair and opened the kitchen door. Come on, Sid, he said, and he grabbed him by the paw. There in the kitchen were 3 burglar rats who had snuck in the back door and tied up the poor cat. The greedy rats gobbled all the ice cream and jelly, and they were rolling about laughing and rubbing their fat bellies. We'll take all the swag, they said, away to our nest. We'll sneak back later and steal the rest. Do you think that Ted's going to stop him? Let's see. Suddenly, in the hallway, there was a very loud bong. It was a ratty old clock that suddenly shook one. Everyone jumped up, even the rats. They looked around, startled, and said, "What was that?" Suddenly, Detective Ted slipped as his wooden chair wobbled. "Hold on," he said to Sid, but the chair rocked and tumbled. It's going to fall. Let me fold the book over quick. What happened next? In the kitchen, Ted slid and landed with a splat right in the middle of the bad burglar rats. "I'm Detective Ted," he cried. "You're under arrest. Hold up the loot and clean up the mess." The rats looked at each other, then they looked back at Ted. They fell about laughing, and then what they said. Here's what they're going to say to him. "So you think you're a detective? You're not very cool. Don't mess with us, Teddy. We'll make you look like a fool." Bad rats. Let's turn it over, see what happens next. "I'm not scared of you," said Ted, as he straightened his hat. You're stealing things that ain't yours. You're bad burglar rats. The rats stopped there laughing. They held up their claws. And they flashed their long teeth and their sharp, scratchy claws. Oh no, oh dear, whispered Ted as he backed through the door and the rats crept towards him. Their shadows moved across the floor. Then something strange happened. It was amazing and weird. There was a gurgling around and a monster appeared. What kind of monster could it be? It was covered in bristles and had a big furry head. It had rolled one massive eyeball and launched forward and said, Ah! Shrieked the rats. They dashed this way and that. They darted and dived through the swinging cat flap. They're gone now, cowards. They scrambled and scurried and ran up the path. Good riddance, cried Teddy, and don't come back. Detective Ted smiled. Come out, Sid, he said. Sid chuckled and shook the feather duster off his head. Those rats were cowards. They ran off, they fled. What a great team, you and me, said Detective Ted. There was a mess to clean up. They had to get on. Soon the morning would come and the night would be gone. Cleaning up now. Oh, hang on, I lost the page. So they untied the cat and turned off the light. Then they all tangled upstairs and said good night. Soon Sid was snoring and so was the cat. Edward took off his cloak and old-fashioned hat. Just for tonight there was no more crime. That's it until Detective Ted was needed next time. Oh, don't want to see that. Goodbye, good night, see you soon. So guys, that was the end of Detective Ted. Me and Snuzzle, we're all snuggled up in bed, as I said. I hope you enjoyed the book. It was just something different, just to try out. If you have little ones that want to listen to it, it's up to you. I'm not the best reader in the world, but I did try. It was just an idea. If you did like this, please let me know, and maybe I'll do some more. If you didn't, please let me know as well if there's any pointers that you think I should do. So from Snuzzle and Detective Ted, as he said, it's time to go to bed. Good night from me. Good night from Snuzzle. Sweet dreams. And we'll see you in the next one. Good night.